We are out here at the Tri-Cities Wastewater Treatment Plant. Tri-Cities is the joint standalone government entity that we have for our wastewater treatment and some of our collection system between Huber Heights, Tip City, and the city of Vandalia. This treatment plant that we're at was built and finished in 1985. And the cities joined forces and purchased this plant in 1996 from the Miami Conservancy District. Every day we treat approximately 11.2 million gallons of wastewater per day. And so if you're thinking locally in Vandalia, we have a 1 million gallon water tower behind the rec center in the sports complex, and we have a 1 million gallon water tower over on Inverness. So it's like treating approximately 11 water towers that would be stacked up in a single day, and that's billions of gallons per year. We have several big projects that are coming up at the Tri-Cities Wastewater Treatment Plant. There are certain improvements that have to be done with the plant itself. As we work together with Huber Heights and Tip City and Tri-Cities, there aren't just improvements that we want to make, but they're programs and improvements that are required by the United States Environmental Protection Agency. Some of those relate to the biological oxygen demand, the forthcoming phosphorus and ammonia limits, and also the quantity, the gallons of water that we're able to treat per day. So coming forward, between now and 2029 is more than $100 million worth of work that will actually allow Tri-Cities to treat up to 17.3 million gallons, which will account for the build out of Huber Heights, Tip City, and the city of Vandalia. And so we're on the precipice of what is a 50-year project. When there's a wet weather event, the system, that being the interceptor lines, the sanitary sewer mains, are overcome by the amount of flow, not just from wastewater, not just from residents and businesses, but also rainwater that comes into the system. What can occur is what's called a sanitary sewer discharge, and that is when the sewer actually overflows. So we're under orders from the Environmental Protection Agency to remediate that. If you drive up north towards Tip City and get near Kyle Park, there are 2 equalization basins that are along that corridor. This year in Taylorsville Metro Park, we'll be completing the build out of our equalization project by installing 2 more large tanks that'll hold approximately 6 million gallons of water. Another part of the equalization and collection system project includes building approximately 5,000 feet of sanitary sewer along Mud Run. It's about 5,300 feet. And then also another 3,000 feet of sanitary sewer that is parallel to the existing sewer, so that when there is a wet weather event, when flow is really high, that doesn't overtake the system.
So one of the large projects that we're currently undertaking at Tri-Cities Wastewater Authority is designing of our plant improvement project. That project is going to take about 2 years to design, and we're assuming about 3 years to construct. That project looks to encourage economic development within our 3 member cities, Tip City, Vandalia, and Huber Heights. We look to comply with U.S. and state EPA orders, and we just look to build a more resilient and reliable plant and address aging infrastructure. So what you see behind us are our 2-stage trickling filters. This process actually removes about 75% of all of the waste in the waste stream that comes down to Tri-Cities. This process has worked well for us for the last 40 years, but our studies have shown that it will be inefficient and ineffective over the next 30 years. So as one of the biggest parts of our upgrade here at Tri-Cities with the plant improvement project is demoing these trickling filters and putting in a new activated sludge system. So activated sludge is a different type of treatment process on the biological side. It's going to be the largest part of our plant improvement project. We've chosen to go with activated sludge because it's the most tried and true treatment process in the world to break down the biological oxygen demand of the waste. The trickling filters behind us, they'll prove to be inefficient and ineffective over the next 30 to 50 years as our communities continue to grow. In these trickling filters right here, as you can see, the water is being evenly distributed over the plastic media. On that plastic media, we are growing microbes that actually consume the waste as it's distributed over them. So as you can see, there's a certain amount of water and the speed that the arms are traveling at, and that allow the microbes to live and consume the waste as we want them to. So the Ohio EPA has told us that in 2027, we will receive a total phosphorus limit to which our current plant cannot remove. So we are mandated to put in infrastructure that will relieve the phosphorus from the river as it's discharged from the plant.
Historic utility rates in Vandalia have been some of the lowest in Southwest Ohio. The city of Vandalia is proud of its tradition of efficient and cost-effective utility provision for its residents and businesses. This has been possible because the cities of Vandalia, Tip City, and Huber Heights pool resources and eliminate redundancies. Rates have been able to remain low partially because the cities have deferred maintenance to the wastewater treatment plant and some of the sanitary sewage collection systems. This year in 2024, the minimum wastewater bill has gone up by $5.78 per month. The minimum water bill has gone up by $5.77 per month. And the stormwater utility fee went up 72 cents. That is a combined total of $12.27 a month, or just under $150 a year.
Over the last couple of years, we have been aggressively looking for grant opportunities locally at the state level and at the federal level. In 2021, we were successful in getting a $2.4 million grant from the state of Ohio. We've applied for a second Ohio wastewater grant for $5 million. We've applied for 0% loans through the state. So our collection system project is anticipated to be completed at the end of 2025. We assume construction of the plant improvement project will start in early 2026 and go till about the end of 2029 or beginning of 2030. We plan to pay for those two projects with below market rate loans funded by the state of Ohio.
In the near future, we look forward to hosting a Vandalia City Council meeting that is open to the public out here at the Tri-Cities Wastewater Plant. And certainly for any residents who are interested or organizations who would like to learn about our treatment processes here at Tri-Cities, we're always open to have an open house to give a tour and explain how it goes from the faucet back to the Great Miami River.